everyone, welcome back to another video today by Heyday Wellness. My name is Kaitlynn, I'm a licensed physical therapist, and today we'll be discussing how to reduce your wrist pain by improving the strength of the muscles around the wrist. Now sometimes the wrist pain may also be because of a lack of mobility, but today we'll be talking about how to improve the strength around the wrist to reduce your pain. So before we get started, we're going to start with a gentle warm-up just to loosen up all the muscles and the ligaments around the wrist. So we're going to do the affected wrist. You can have it supported on a surface, or you can just do it without any support, whatever you're comfortable with. So what you'll do is you'll place your affected wrist on a supported surface if you want. The first movement we're going to go into is flexion and extension. So flexion is bending the wrist down, and extension is bringing the wrist back toward you. So we're going to go ahead and do a set of 15 in each direction, okay? Down, back up, 1. Make sure this is in a pain-free range. So you may notice that it's kind of hard and you're a little limited at first, and as you get going, you might be able to go a little bit further and further into that range. Good, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can start to push a little bit further if you feel comfortable with that, as long as it's not too painful. 2 more. Good, and last one. All right, very good. The next exercise we're going to do for part of our warm-up is to move the wrist into radial and ulnar deviation. So radial deviation is bringing your wrist toward the thumb side, and ulnar deviation is bringing the wrist toward the pinky side, like this. So we're going to do each direction again, 15 repetitions. Again, make sure this is in a pain-free range, okay? Here we go. Good. Try to just move the wrist out to the side. Don't have it bent or extended when you're doing this. Good. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, do with those weights. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The first exercise we're going to do is wrist flexion. So we're going to strengthen the muscles for the wrist flexors. This is a group of muscles that actually live at the forearm, but they have tendons that travel down and cross the wrist. So it's really important to strengthen these muscles in order to reduce pain in the wrist. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your arms supported. You're gonna have your palm facing up, hold that weight or that soup can in that affected hand. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to curl that wrist up and back down to the starting position, okay? We're gonna go ahead and do a set of 10, and then we're gonna do the opposite direction, which is wrist extension. All right, so go ahead, have your elbow at 90 degrees or roughly at 90 degrees. Your palm is up, you're holding your weight, and go ahead and curl up and back down. Again, do this in a pain-free range, and once the pain starts to subside, you can go a little bit further into that range. 4, 5, 6, 7. That you have now. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and use the hammer for the last couple exercises. You're going to hold kind of in the middle of the hammer. The further you hold down, the more challenging it will be. So if you need more of a challenge, feel free to hold down at the base of the handle. If not, just kind of hold in the middle. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to strengthen into radial and ulnar deviation. Again, we're going to do a set of 10, but what that looks like is you're going to have your arm kind of you're going to have your elbow almost toward the edge of the armrest. You're gonna bring your wrist down, that's ulnar deviation, and then back up as far as you can, radial deviation. So we're gonna do 10 repetitions in each direction, okay? Here we go. Down into ulnar deviation, and back up into radial deviation. Good, that was 1. 2, go nice and slow with this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really control it when going into ulnar deviation. Once the pain gets better, go ahead and move it into that full range before you increase the weight, okay? And feel free to do that as frequently as you need to. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more.